All right, thank you very much, Patrick. Well, back here, the southern border crisis has reached a critical point. The Custom and Border Patrol saying in a new report this: in February 2021, CBP encountered 441,000 persons attempting entry along the southwest border. This total represented a 28% increase over January 2021. Well, this comes as House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is at the border. We took an element of this for you earlier. He's at the southern border in Texas today, slamming President Biden's immigration policies for causing the surge of migrants. And joining us now to discuss is retired special agent for the Department of Homeland Security, Caron. Thank you so much for joining us.
Heather, Bob, it's always a privilege and an honor to be on with NewsMax TV, especially today talking about such an important national security topic.
Well, you know, the Biden administration, they're refusing to say that it is a crisis, instead using words like challenge, that type of thing. What do you think? Is it a crisis, and what has caused it?
Great question, Heather. You know, this is a human-made crisis at our borders, and it's made by the Biden administration. This issue was not an issue 3 months earlier this year, right? Here we have the Biden administration essentially opening the borders and welcoming tens of thousands of illegal aliens. For what reason, I may ask? It's for political reasons only. It's not only affecting America, but it's affecting the Mexican government as well. They're asking the Biden administration to stop signaling a soft approach as relates to immigration. Immigration is, in fact, national security. We need to understand that. On both sides of the border, unfortunately, children are being used as pawns. On the southern side, Heather, the cartels are making hundreds of millions of dollars, charging families to bring these children into America. Yeah. And the funding is being used to attack America via drugs and weapons.
Yeah, Eric, let's talk about, you say that it's a national security concern. Can you explain how? Because a lot of people look at that as it's a threat possibly to health if they're bringing in COVID. It's a threat to people work-wise. They may take jobs, others might. They may be taking funds that otherwise could be allocated to citizens, not illegal members of the community. So how are they also a national security threat?
Well, let's look back a little bit, Bob. You know, all we heard after 9/11 was what? Never forget. Never forget. Those would-be terrorists were students, right? Those students posed as, those terrorists posed as students to harm us. So we have multiple groups of people looking to harm us. We have transnational criminal groups who are using the border to import not just drugs, but human trafficking, as well as counterfeits. Every day, CBP and ICE are stopping counterfeit COVID-19 medicines from coming into America and COVID-19 equipment from coming into America. There are millions of shipping containers that come into our country every year. Those containers could contain a WMD agent by would-be terrorists. We cannot allow that to happen. We made that mistake once, never again. We cannot allow terrorists and transnational criminals to exploit our freedoms here in America, or good Americans will die.
Yeah, all of those concerns, along with this surge of illegal immigrants coming across the border, I think at 30%. We have this surge of unaccompanied minors coming in. We have this lack of testing at the border. And then we have the CBP working at 25% capacity. How and why did that happen? And what do you think we can do to fix all of this?
It's a great question. We need to go back. What the Trump administration was doing was what? They were engaging with the Mexican government, and they were telling the Mexican government, you must do a better job in controlling your borders, or else we will not support you. We need to put more diplomatic pressure on the Mexican government. We also need to enhance our border safety, our border controls via the wall, via more personnel at our borders. We don't need less, we need more people. There are tens of thousands of kilos of cocaine coming into America every day. I know, I've seen it, I've done it. There are terrorists who are planning to attack us today, Heather, today. We need to understand the threat is real. And if we take our eyes off the ball, we will have another 9/11 similar attack.
Yeah. All right. Eric, Caron, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your insight today.
Stay switched on. Thank you, Heather.
All right. Thank you. Well.